Hello everyone, this is a summary video of a 30+ minute video Clif High did on February 24th. Clif went on the Beyond Mystic YouTube channel to discuss his Wooflation video that he made the day prior and answer some questions. He repeats a lot of what he said in the previous video the prior day, which is fine because it's super important and Clif is always fun to listen to. Clif talks about the rapid rise in emotional tension on a sustained level within the powers that be with regards to the Federal Reserve interbank lending system going down. He makes sure to point out that this isn't a spike but a sharp rise that doesn't come down. Clif thought the emotional tension temporal marker was going to be silver related, but we now know it's the Federal Reserve interbank lending system going down. There's also another emotional bump coming March 4th to the 5th, and it will be economic related. This will be a different level of activity that will rapidly rise and will also sustain itself. This is something that is going to push up the anxiety, building tension and emotional pressure for those days. The term crisis applies from this issue, which we think is a technical issue. The move from mainstream media reality to woonomics. Woonomics is going to be weird. It will be hyperinflation, stagflation, and deflation all rolled into one. People will realize it is best to get out of the digital dollar system. People won't want their life ruled by a dominated currency that was forced upon them. They will choose something other than the Federal Reserve dollar. The mass exodus of people moving into Woo World is going to be huge. Factions pulling on the Biden-Harris administration are going to get worse and more desperate. Clif says that we are not in the United States of America anymore. We are in the elite globalist paper currency empire. This empire is based on cronyism, competing special interests. Black Lives Matter is trying to own everyone through cultural Marxism. Takes a lot of dollars to bribe someone. $10 million doesn't go very far anymore. With regards to silver, Clif talks about the time lag of the monetary and the industrial uses which are in conflict. When we see people shorting treasury bonds, that will be the temporal marker that the paper silver scam is about to come down. Once this happens, there will be no extension of U.S. force outside of military action. This is how we know the fall of the dollar empire has occurred. Due to the market chaos, Clif says the government will come hat in hand to Reggie Middleton, the creator of Veritasium. That doesn't mean Veri is going to go up, but rather they will be interested in his patent. The Fed is down. Don't know if it's a technical or a human error. Clif says it's possible it is an exploit as a result of a technical error. The last 35 years, the Fed has extended out the backbone of the SWIFT system. The Fed is doing social engineering and that adds in all these algorithms, but is used for the censorship of money. Essentially, KYC or know your customer policies, like when large transactions comes up and the teller sees an alert on their screen to ask certain questions. Those questions are then encapsulated in a data block which is attached to your transaction so the Fed can pull it up later on. These kind of additions to a basic floating point limited digits per system start adding all these vulnerabilities and magnifies the amount of risk, and you get an exploit. The other part is that the algos are in conflict with each other. Technical conflict where one algo does something to a block of data that another algo doesn't know about. Every time they restart the system, it locks up again. This is called a bear trap. Two or more algos arguing with each other, and whichever one gets there first causes the lockup for the other one. This takes a long time to resolve in a complex system. Cryptocurrencies and wooflation. The Unterführer, which is what Clif has labeled Janet Yellen, former head of the Federal Reserve, now Treasury Secretary for the Biden administration. She recently said, Bitcoin bad. The price dipped, but immediately got back up again. This makes her and the dollar look weak. What has been happening beforehand is that the hyperinflation was being hidden and diverted into public areas without notice. This is now showing up in the public with gas prices, food prices, anything connected to the dollar. Their solution in India and other places is to ban Bitcoin, but this will only cause the Streisand effect. As currencies crash, we will get into an ugly and troubling time. Clif calls for getting people like Reggie Middleton to restructure the system for hard money. Clif reminds us that the emotional tensions from the Fed going down temporal marker is going to be sustained for 30+ days. Clif explains that he runs a sweeper program, then a reconciliation analysis program instead of a forecasting analysis. Reconciliation analysis is like forecasting, but it tries to confirm key levels of the language. Very large rise in emotional tension around economics, and we should see the rest of that forecast play out, up to and through March 25th. If this happens, the emotional tension will spread out into many areas. Clif says the longer the crisis, the more unintended consequences. Self-organizing collectives. Like the Reddit Wall Street bets or silver guys, you select a cause or result you want to happen and you join that group. The new social order will be the ability to jump in and leave to join the self-organizing collective. This is a result of the death of the dollar empire. The dollar empire should have died in 1971 when Nixon took us off the gold standard and put us on the petrodollar standard. Tie cryptos into payment systems and determine what things are worth. Secrets revealed. Bribery system comes down, causing the secrets revealed shift in society. Bribery depends on purchasing power. If I have a $1 bill and it will buy me a Tesla car, I can give it to my neighbor and he goes and buys a Tesla car. He's going to go buy one and he's going to be my buddy. However, if I have $1 million and it doesn't even buy a Tesla car, he's not going to be that impressed. The purchasing power of bribes is what's necessary to sustain the bribe. The bribe only ends when the person's life or the knowledge of their subject does. As purchase powering fades, they won't be able to buy the lifestyle from before. They will look for ways to supplement that lifestyle by selling secrets and knowledge. Once the first instance happens, things are going to accelerate fast. It will be about getting attention and the most amount of resources for your secrets and knowledge. Mainstream media, criminals, and hidden science. These people are going to be looking to make money or use that knowledge to burn people that hurt them. This will unravel many conspiracy theories going back decades. Will the Biden-Harris administration release secrets to distract the public from what is happening with the economy? Clif thinks most likely not, because the military controls this and is hidden deep in the Pentagon and with its contractors. We essentially bribe the military to maintain vigilance. Once you can't pay the military, all kinds of things starts happening. This can be seen near the end of the Soviet times as well as the Roman ones. Clif concludes the video with some words of wisdom, which are: don't be scared, we will get through it. Educate yourself and don't stop educating yourself. No fear. Be realistic. People with children will be scared. It's the end of all the bad stuff and we will rebuild what we want to see out of it. That's it. That's all. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to go to wooworldnow.com and sign up for free Woo World updates. I also send out cryptocurrency updates as well.